All right, Scott's Bluff.
Do a little hike.
Get a little history.
See what it's all about.
Yeah.
So the National Park Service does a pretty good job with this. They keep it up, and it's loaded like it would be loaded back in the day for trail travel. Pretty impressed though about how they keep up these wagons and these displays, being out in the weather like this. Check it out. It's got a reproduction lock from the time period. That's cool. That's really cool. Lets people really see how it is. And this is where the trail actually ran, was through this corridor ahead.
After 1851.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't passable through the middle of here with the wagons.
Yep.
Before then. This is one of the big guys.
Yep, this was not what they call a prairie schooner. This is a big one for carrying loads.
Is it filled?
No.
Ah, gotcha. So I'm curious, of everything that we have seen of the Oregon Trail so far, what has been the most impressive to you?
For me, it's been the landscape, the climate, the conditions, how harsh everything was, and these people literally walked through it with everything, the lack of water and the winds and just everything. It's amazing that they actually did this. And I say they walked through it because a lot of people that watch Hollywood and stuff think they rode in wagons, which isn't true, because the wagons were reserved for carrying the weight, and you saved on weight if people didn't ride in the wagon. So people walked beside the wagons. They literally walked a couple thousand miles.
Also, they walked because riding in the wagon was beyond miserable. So for me, of what we've seen, laying eyes on actual wagon ruts, laying eyes at Independence Rock on the names carved into the rock, finding those inscriptions just to put hands on those names, which is pretty impressive.
It does give you a chill just to know that somebody that long ago in like the 1840s or 1850s put their name going through there as they walked a couple thousand miles.
Right.
Yep.
And what's behind us is untouched, unchanged. It's just fascinating. So many landmarks, untouched, unmoved. It's just awesome.
All right, we're going to try the Scotts Bluff hike here. I think it's like 1.3 each way. It's not that bad, but it takes you out to a good overlook at the top somewhere.
And the tunnel through it or something.
Yep, tunnel through it. So this is where it leads. Let's turn around and look. Goes all the way up there. Anything from you, Renee? Earn dinner? That's what we're going to do.
Earned several dinners. I feel like I've been too lazy lately.
Yep. Here we go.
Look around you. You are surrounded by a small, intact example of a mixed grass prairie ecosystem.
Just look at the trail and stay on the inside.
That's
Look at
what
the
she's
trailer.
talking about.
Family and pipe.
Camera doesn't do this incline and this drop off justice.
There's no drop off. What you can't see doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Look at the trailer. Look at the trailer. Oh.
So, have my fully loaded survival pack on me, which is about 65 pounds. So, working on earning dinner tonight. Oh, the wind in here feels good.
This is so cool. Wow. Okay. Is that a pigeon?
I don't know.
Hi, buddy. Yeah. This wind does feel amazing. What you got behind you there, babe?
Another drop off, you like?
This is that's really epically cool. Onward.
Poor Renee, she hates these drop offs, but she's a trooper with the hiking to stay with it.
I love hiking.
Keep hugging that inside line, you're good.
Just don't like heights.
Yep. All right, so Saddleback hike at Scotts Bluff recap. It's short, but a lot of elevation gain. So it's a fun trail. It's high, and my only thought is wear a heavy backpack and make it worth your while. The view is definitely worth your while. So nice hike. I liked it. About 5 miles round trip. Just drove from Kearney, Nebraska to Nebraska City.
Okay, we are on Cougar Lane, site number 52. So we're going to go, where are we? Here we are. We're going to go Bear Lane, Beaver Lane, Wolf Lane, then Cougar Lane.
All right.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I want pizza. Looks good. So where are we going today?
Lee's Summit, Missouri, which is just south and outside of Independence, Missouri, where we will hopefully locate the head of the Oregon Trail, get a picture of the truck there, and chill out for a couple of nights before we move on to we don't know where yet.
Well, when you somehow get so fast at getting your trailer ready to go, we do the navigation like, wow, we're going to be way early.
Forgot we closed the slide.
Yep.
I'm trying to decide if I want a bowl of oatmeal, because I usually don't eat this early, but I didn't gather anything for lunch. Skittles, you ready for another travel day?
Does any RV have a perfect setup with the slides in where
Yes.
you can just move around?
Yes.
Well, does any travel trailer?
You know what? I don't know, because you got to figure out your priorities. I can access everything. I can even squeeze my arm into the fridge to grab a couple of things like this, but I cannot access the bathroom with the slide in without going out around to the garage. But a huge priority for me is access to my bed.
That's true. That's
I
the
love
most
my bed.
important thing is sleeping, right?
Yep. Because that stuff easily goes down here when we need to sleep.
I think this is the highest we've ever had to put our tongue up to level. When we first started out, it said 11.75 inches. That's pretty high. So I'm 5'10", and here I am with my basement door for reference right here. But nice park, as is most all state parks on the water. Neighbors are all tires off the ground too. It's probably not a good thing.
Time to go find the beginning of the Oregon Trail. All right, y'all, I'm going to be perfectly honest. This is very underwhelming, kind of disappointing for such a significant historical location. This is basically just a small city park, a big pavilion, concrete slab with some informational reads around the circle. Greg is out there right now. It's pouring rain. All right, what do you have?
So this is just a point that they picked out kind of along the, not really the Oregon Trail.
I think I read this is approximately 3 miles away from a point along the river where they started.
Yeah, there was a trail where people that were coming from the east to get on the Oregon Trail kind of came through here, and I think that they just kind of picked the spot. There's nothing real notable about it.
Okay.
So we'll try something else, I think.
So on our search for the Santa Fe swells, we found a wagon tour of the area. So we are on the original route on our way to Swales, the Santa Fe Trail area.
Well, this is not fun. I can't find anything. The grass is mowed so thick. Hay baling. I'm pretty sure that these are the swales that people talk about in the area, because the original route mark is over there running parallel, well, kind of parallel like this on the road. This is parallel to that. So they just got it mowed so deep with cut grass you can't see anything. Kind of a shame. Yeah, so prior to about the 1960s, when most people really didn't think about history like they do now, and they just developed and raised over things, you can tell that happened here to a large degree, and can't fault them for that. It's mostly gone. I mean, even the main road that follows the route, you can tell it's the main route, and they paved over it and developed houses, and they let the grass get so high and then they mow it, so it's basically hay baling across the whole thing, and it's a foot deep of just mulched up grass. You can't really see anything, but we did it. We got to we're in Independence where everything started, and check that one off the list.
Yep. 14 years ago we were at the end.
Yep.
Here we are at the beginning. So yeah, pretty epic. In between, maybe one day we'll hit all the other points somewhere else.
Yep.
But until then, on to our next adventures. So Lee Summit, Missouri, what's your thoughts?
It's a cool little town.